Alright boys, it's May 1st, in the cap and gown. Uh-oh. It's graduation day, baby, let's go. I'm right here. There's the big jumbotron right there. All the way over there. And the red shirt right there on top, that is Georgie and my parents, and my family watching.
And that is the ceremonial movement of your tassel from the right to the left side of your hats. So please.
Yeah, let's go. I graduated today. I am officially done with college. So we're done. We are now streamers and full-time job workers. But yeah, it was a big deal. It felt really good to graduate. I think the first thing I'll show you guys is the gift I got from my mom for graduating because it is mega pog. Oh my god. It's in a little golden box. So my mom gave me a gift for graduation, and this is something I've been wanting for a long time. I was surprised she remembered, because I forgot that I even asked for it. She got me a Game Boy Micro. If you guys don't know what this is one of the coolest consoles that I owned as a child, and then I gave it away, and she bought one for me again. This Game Boy Micro is sick. I love this thing, dude. It's one of the, I mean, it is tiny. My hands are huge. Look at this. For better representation of how big it is, since you guys will have a better idea, it's the size of a Joy-Con. This is a full Game Boy the size of a Joy-Con. Alongside it, she got me every single Pokemon game of the 3rd generation. Look at that thing. This is tiny, dude. This is the smallest little Game Boy. And it's a full functioning Game Boy. I love this console, dude. Is it backlit? It is backlit. That's why you can see it on camera. You wouldn't be able to see this on camera if it wasn't backlit. It's a full working console, backlit and everything. Literally the size of my hand or the size of a Joy-Con. You could fit this in your pocket and take it around. I think this is one of the coolest consoles out there from the Game Boy generation. I think I got, and I actually got this at an extra fee, but I thought this was really cool, is I got this giant sweater. I love extra large sweaters. You know me. I love extra large sweaters. I got this sweater with the name of every single graduate on it. And I'm not joking. This is every single graduate. You think that's all of them? Nope. Here's the rest. This is every graduate from my semester, spring of 2021. Dox them? I'll dox one of them. I'll dox myself. I am right there, Charles Carter. You can see it right there. Right there, Charles Carter. So yeah, I got quite a few college stories. A lot of them are from my freshman year living on dorms, but I got quite a few that I think are pretty good. So let's go through some college stories, shall we? So first story of why did I pick UNT? I chose my college because I have a 12-year-old sister, and I wanted to live close to family at the time, so that's why I picked UNT at first, and I ended up staying there. I started as a math major, but obviously you guys know that's not what I graduated with. I started as a math major, and then I failed Calculus 2 twice. And Calculus 2 kicked my butt, as it does for a lot of students. So I decided that I would switch my major, and that's how I became a recreation, event, and sports management major. But my first year in college, I started as a math major, and I joined the honors college because my parents said I was smart in school. My parents said it would be worth it to be part of the honors college, so I joined it. And that put me on the honors college dorms. And in the honors college dorms, you would think would be the most normal people, right? Because you have a bunch of smart kids who are trying to get good grades in college. That was absolutely not the case. And here's a couple stories to share. And I can share this now that I'm graduating from the school, because if they find me, I'm already gone. So I had a roommate, his name was Harry. Really cool dude. I didn't know him before going in, but we were pretty chill. We hung out a lot. This is before I was even streaming, because I started streaming in 2019, and this was 2017 when I started hanging out with him. So, my first college story is a college story about an elevator. me and Harry were not the cleanest of dudes, okay? I had a trash can sitting in my corner of the room, and he had a trash can sitting in his corner of the room. And because we were both lazy, we let our trash pile up until they met from the corners of the room to the center. Like, the trash just slowly migrated away from the trash can because the trash can was full until they met in the center. We were not the cleanest people. And I finally looked at him and said, dude, we gotta pick this up. We gotta clean it. So he cleaned it all up. It filled up like 4 trash bags in total. Again, nasty. Now that wasn't like large. It wasn't large trash bags. They were like medium trash bags, but we still filled up 4 of them. And we were on the 3rd floor, and the elevator was, and the trash can was on the 1st floor. So we had to take the elevator down because we're not going to carry that down 2 flights of stairs. So we got in the elevator with our 4 bags of trash. And as we're walking in the elevator, Harry says to me, "Hey, Landon, Landon, do you remember when we would jump in the elevator as kids?" And I look at him, I'm like, "Harry, I do remember that. I did that quite a bit, actually. Everyone jumps in the elevator once or twice and like makes it bounce like that." And Harry, looking at me as a 19-year-old kid, I'm also 19, says, "Want to jump in the elevator?" And I'm like, "Yeah, let's do it." So we both get in the elevator. We look at each other, and as soon as the elevator starts, we go 3, 2, 1, and we jump. Whoop! Psh! Elevator stops. Dust falls from the ceiling. We broke the elevator. We straight up broke the elevator. We jumped, we hit the floor, the elevator completely crashed. It stopped. And I was like, oh god. Because at the time, we were studying for a chemistry test together, and now we're stuck in the elevator with 4 bags of trash by ourselves, and we can't get on our phones because, as you know, in an elevator, there's no cellular, because it's a metal box. So, we press the emergency button, call the person, they're like, hey, the elevator's broke down, can you guys get someone to save us? They're like, yeah, we'll get someone out there in like the next 30 minutes. We wait there for an hour, and what we found out what happened is that they had trouble getting the elevator open. 3 cop cars and 2 fire trucks showed up to save us. We practically had the whole college police force at our dorm trying to get us out of the elevator. And it was creepy because the elevator was like stuck, right? So as you know, like the 2 doors open, and we were like, instead of being like here, we were like here. So the top half of the elevator you could see into the top floor, but the bottom half was in the corridor, in the whatever it's called, in the shaft. So we had to crawl in between the tiny hole to get out, and we left our trash in there. We had to leave our trash in there because the police were like, we'll take care of it, don't worry about it. And then they asked us what happened in the elevator, and we were like, we were in it, and it just broke. And that was the story to the day. And that was one of the 2 elevators in our dormitory, and that elevator was broke for 3 months because of that. And we never told them it was us. This is the first time I've actually said it publicly, other than to some friends in IRL. This is the first time I ever said it on stream, because I didn't want my school ever coming to me, having me pay damages. But I'm graduated now. It's over, right? So, that was the story of how I broke an elevator. So, other stuff that happened freshman year, I spent a full chemistry class playing Stardew Valley on my Switch in the back. I got a Switch right before I left for college, and I played on it all the time in class. I remember finishing Mario Odyssey in a week, and I started it in my pre-cal class, my first year of college. I played my Switch all the time. Because, dude, here's the thing about college. You don't have to pay attention. Take your notes, do the things you're supposed to do, join a class group me where everyone shares their opinions on the class anyways, and then take the answers and run. Scum-Haas them. Leave. College is free if you know how to do it right. It's actually not. It's actually pretty difficult. Another college story. So, probably the worst purchase I've ever made in college. I got a refund because I got all the way through college debt-free off of grants. So I got a refund because I got through all of college off of grants, off of government grants. So I didn't really have to pay anything to go to college at all. It cost me like $0. When I got like a $2,000 refund from college, $2,000, $3,000, I decided, you know what? People talk about getting pets, and I wanted a pet because I have a girlfriend and now a wife who is allergic to both dogs and cats, and I can't have a lot of pets. So what I decided to get was fish. I got a lot of fish. I think I got 8 fish and a giant 40-gallon tank and put it on top of my dresser. and it stayed there. And it was, to be fair, for my first semester of college, it was actually pretty sick. Having fish there and feeding them every day, we got an automatic feeder. It was honestly really cool. It was really cool having the fish. And we learned how to clean the tank. We took care of them for those first couple of months. And you're probably wondering, why do you say took care of them? Well, one of the rules about the dormitories is that when you leave, you have to turn off all appliances. You have to unplug all appliances. And one of the things I was plugged in was my fish tank. And I was thinking, there is no way in the world I take a 40-gallon fish tank to my parents' house for the month of Christmas break. So I looked it up online, and they said you can leave a fish tank, you can leave a filter off for about a month and a half to 2 months, and the fish will be okay. And I thought, you know what? I'm gonna do that. It's a 3-week break, is all spring break, or is all winter break was. It's a 3-week break. I'm gonna leave it off. I'll come back and I'll do a deep cleaning of the tank. Yeah, people lie on the internet a lot. I came back from my trip for leaving for them. How'd you feed them? Automatic feeder. We had an automatic feeder that fed them on a 2 times a day basis. And it ran on batteries, not on electricity. It ran on batteries, not on plugging in, so it fed them. We came back, and the water was brown. Not green from like whatever it's called, moss or something, whatever grows in tanks. I don't know. But it was brown. All 8 fish were dead. Gone. Kaput. Algae. That's what it's like, algae. It was brown. All fish were dead. The water smelled like just straight crap. I killed all my fish. Over winter break, man. I didn't mean to do it. I looked it up online and it said they would last 2 months without a water filter. I thought I was okay. I killed all of them. They were all dead. So I had to clean out the tank. I killed a fish full of tank and it was awful. It was rough. Well, doesn't it depend on the type of fish? You tell me. I just looked it up on the internet and I trusted it and it was stupid. So those were my fish dead. I think that's all my stories freshman year. Because if you have bottom feeders, it probably would have sustained the tank. I did have bottom feeders. I just don't think I had enough to leave them there for 3 weeks by themselves without cleaning or anything. I don't know what happened, but it definitely didn't work out as I thought it would. So, but yeah, it wasn't awful. It just wasn't my best idea ever. All right, so that's freshman year. I finished off my freshman year, and I went to Italy on a study abroad trip my freshman summer. It was really cool. I went to Salerno, made a really good friend named Henry, who's really chill. We went to Salerno, went to Naples. I got a bunch of Italian stuff that I would show you guys, but it's all in storage right now because obviously I'm living in a closet. But that Italy trip was awesome. There's a lot of cool things. I actually planned on starting a YouTube channel when I came back from Italy by doing vlogs, because I vlogged it every day. But all my footage after Italy corrupted, and I wasn't going to try to make vlogs off of being a college student, because who the hell wants to watch that? So that was unfortunate. But I came back, I got an apartment, I started my sophomore year of college. I was a middle school basketball coach for my sophomore year of college. And then I didn't have a job for a while. I worked at Papa John's for a singular day, but that'll be a story for another time. What else did I do? Oh, my sophomore year I got engaged to Georgie. Georgie and I had wanted to be getting married for a long time, and because we had been dating at that point for about 4 years. And we talked to her parents and said, hey, we'd like to get married. Would you guys support us if we got married? They were like, yeah, not financially, but would you guys have our backs if we got married? And they said yes. And we were like, let's go, pog. So I proposed to Georgie. Again, story for another day. And we got married in May of that year. So we got married my sophomore year of college. I was 20 years old. And we've been dating now for 6 years this month, and married for 2 years this month. So. And then, that August, I started streaming. NeoHere, a streamer. Indeed, I started streaming. I first started with Rocket League. I streamed Rocket League all the time. This is when I was no-lifing Rocket League all the time. And then that year, Pokemon Sword and Shield came out. This is my junior year. Pokemon Sword and Shield came out. We started shiny hunting, which is where a lot of you guys have come from now, because you're here. I'll tell the story of my engagement and the story of me going to Italy some other time, because there's some good stories from that trip that I think are very fun. But yeah, those are my college stories, and that's my college graduation. I am now a college graduate. I do not have my diploma yet. I will get it in August after I finish my internship that I'm about to start, not this Monday, but next Monday. But yeah, I'm a college graduate. And I'm very proud of myself, and I'm happy that I did it.